Pokemon Diamond on the DS. Think I'm done with this, so let me try and switch it with something else. So let's see here. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. That's weird. Hey everyone, how's it going? Total Level here with another collection video as we're doing an update on my Nintendo Switch collection. So last time I did this I had around 20 Switch games. Now I'm up to 65, so I thought this would be a good time to revisit and look at all the Nintendo Switch games I have, as yeah, this is one of my favorite consoles ever, just like a lot of you out there. You know, Nintendo knocked out the park with the Switch of just this hybrid console of playing at home on your TV along with on the go, right? And so many great games on it. Yes, the performance of course could be better, but hopefully we'll get that with whatever the next Nintendo console will be. As yeah, how I'll probably do this is I'll kind of do little categories, put timestamps in, talking about kind of JRPGs, cheap games, things like that, because you know how much I love JRPGs, so of course I want to highlight all of them. So without further ado, let's take a look at my Nintendo Switch collection. I want to start with JRPGs as, of course, they're my favorite. The Switch has so many amazing ones, but keep in mind that I still need to play and finish many of these games, or there are some that I'm just getting around to now. Also, since I'll be highlighting big Nintendo titles along with games you can get cheap and, you know, some niche hidden gems in my collection, if a JRPG isn't shown in this section, it's going to be highlighted in another section of the video. I'll put timestamps in for everyone. So with that, let's begin and start with some Square Enix titles with Dragon Quest Treasures. So this is kind of spin-off game, you know, playing as a younger Eric from Dragon Quest 11 along with his sister Mia, as they're kind of just yeah, treasure hunting, right? They kind of explore, get sucked into this other world, and yeah, they're just kind of gathering a lot of different treasures while kind of befriending a lot of, you know, classic Dragon Quest monsters, right? Super fun game as, yeah, played a bit of this, kind of slowly playing through this. It's a nice chill game, you know, nothing that's too difficult or anything, at least right now, and yeah, simple, fun, and I think a lot of Dragon Quest fans would really enjoy this game. Next up, we have Bravely Default 2, so I haven't really dove into this one, like the gameplay you're seeing is very early on because I still have to beat the other two games on the 3DS first, but you know, looking forward to checking this game out a bit more and everything like that, as, yeah, you know, dumb name, but we're going to hear a lot of dumb names from Square Enix in this video. So yeah, moving on, there's Live Alive or Live Alive, something like that, as this is a remake of an old Super Nintendo game, and again, I haven't really dove into this one too much, but really cool we're getting this game now because it's a really cool setup where you get like 7 different stories to play as, and they're all in different eras of like prehistoric and Edo Japan, kind of present day or in the future. So yeah, looking forward to checking this game out a bit more. Next is The World Ends With You Final Remix. So I could put this in the niche titles and everything, but I kept it here just with the Square Enix, and part of it is because this version is kind of rough to play because this is kind of a remaster of a DS title, and unfortunately they didn't really do too much for the controls. Like, if you want to play on your TV, you have to use the Joy-Cons, and you're using just one Joy-Con. It's just kind of awkward to control, I found, and so yeah, this version isn't the most ideal one to play, so I'm not sure if I'll just end up downloading an emulator for the DS one and just playing it there or anything like that, but I want to check this out, especially because I'm currently playing Neo: The World Ends With You, which I'm really enjoying that game, right? And then there's Triangle Strategy, so another just random name that, Square just pulls 2 words out of the hat and then makes a game out of it, right? But, really cool tactical RPG, kind of style of, just old titles of theirs like Final Fantasy Tactics, right? And again, I have to dive a bit more, like, there's a lot of these games I have to play, but I found it, I think I got it at GameStop because, I was picking something up and then I just saw it there used or something, and it's like, why not get it? So, cool to get. Now, let's talk about some Shin Megami Tensei games I have, starting with 5 here. So, again, I have to set time aside for this, but really cool game, and the Shin Megami Tensei, kind of the main series of games, if you don't know too much about them, basically it's always kind of this post-apocalyptic world. It's a very kind of lonely game, right? As you're kind of just recruiting all these different demons with you and things like that. So I can't say too much because I still have to play good bit, but it's definitely want to get this, and I'll be setting a lot of time aside because I hear many great things about this. And then there's Persona 5 Royal, so I did play this game before, but I never had a physical, and so I got on the Switch, and fantastic game. It does have a slow start, this is something I kind of talked about before, like, where if people didn't like Persona, I sort of get it because there is a ton of dialogue and everything, but once you get going, man, you do not want to stop as, becoming this Phantom Thief who, you get this ability to go into, people's palaces inside their hearts to, change their hearts, right? Because, you'll find many horrible adults here that, you want to kind of change the world, right? But fantastic game. One of the best modern JRPGs ever out there. Highly recommend Persona 5 Royal, and also check out like Strikers, that's a really fun one, and I'm looking forward to Tactica when it comes out pretty soon. Or for some people it's already come out because Atlas has screwed up a lot this year, I found, as I got some people on Steam got early. And finally there's Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE Encore, so wasn't sure where to put this, so I just put in the JRPG section, as this is a crossover between Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem. Now I have to put more time into this again. Haven't really set time aside, but here kind of mix things with people for this. A good number of people will put this as a big hidden gem for them, and then other people will put it as a big disappointment because I guess with Japan and all of that, they censored a lot of things with this game. I'm not too sure, but it's still really cool to have, and I'm looking forward to checking the game out at some point and giving my own thoughts on it. And then finally we have Silent Hope, so I recently just picked this game up, so there's not much to talk about, but it seems like a pretty cool kind of dungeon crawler top-down RPG, right? So looking forward to checking more of this game out again. There's not much I can say, like I just bought this probably about 2 weeks ago maybe, so I haven't really dove in playing a lot of Star Ocean on PS5 right now. So, there's many more I can put here, but since, there are many JRPGs that are cheap or quite niche, and many of them being part of Nintendo, I want to save them for other sections. So, speaking of Nintendo, let's move on to those big Nintendo titles. There are so many amazing games that Nintendo and their studios have made for the Switch, as have to start with Zelda and Breath of the Wild, as this really kick-started the big Nintendo games for Switch. So, Breath of the Wild is very diverse, right? Like, people are going to have their own thoughts and opinions on this. For me, I really enjoyed the game, it was nice to have kind of change in the formula. Yes, I still like the kind of linear style of older Zelda games, but Breath of the Wild I thought was still a lot of fun, and yeah, just very different. The big things I don't like about this, and we'll get into when we talk about Tears of the Kingdom though, is weapon durability, along with just a lot of item management. Never been too big of a fan of that. Like, certain games I like it, but yeah, this one with weapon durability, it's annoying. So yeah, speaking of Tears of the Kingdom, it's really cool that you get to combine weapons. It creates a lot of experimentation. I wish they went further with the weapon experimentation. You can only put two objects together to create something. It would have been cool to really just go crazy with it, and of course you can just glue all this random stuff together if you want and everything. But yeah, I have to set time for Tears of the Kingdom because obviously it's another huge game rate, but yeah, I do like it. Just I wish they would, kind of ease off on the survival elements that they put into these new Zelda games. But anyways, yeah, I'm looking forward to eventually playing more of this game. And then the last Zelda game I have is the Link's Awakening remake. So yeah, again, haven't dove too much into this, which, yeah, this game though I'm going to play very soon. It's on my playlist to play very soon, especially because, yeah, I want to play kind of just an easier to, not too long of a Zelda, right? And yeah, very cute graphics and everything. I love the style of this game, so looking forward to playing this, as I love the original, so looking forward to playing this remake. So gotta move on to all your Super Mario stuff, as let's start with Odyssey first. So, Nintendo in 2017, big year for them, right? So, got, Mario Odyssey as, really fun 3D platformer. Now, it's something that I really enjoyed when I played it, but after that I'm like, it's not something I really want to go back and play too much, right? It's still a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. Just over the years, I've definitely grown more accustomed to 2D Mario games than 3D ones, but Odyssey, just a really animated game. Like, that's the best way I can put it, is everything is just so animated and so well, like, it is a wonderful game. And next we have the Mario and Rabbids weird crossover, Kingdom Battle. So yeah, I still have to get Sparks of Hope at some point. It always goes on sale, as really weird crossover, but fun game, of this XCOM kind of style. I played a good bit of it, but I have to play more, so yeah, it's on my playlist at some point, like a lot of games. But very surprising game, and surprising how fun it is. Then we have Paper Mario The Origami King. This game is highly underrated, like, I know a lot of people want the traditional JRPG style of, the Paper Mario games, but The Origami King is a fantastic adventure game, like the battle system itself. Like, yes, I wish the battles meant a bit more, like you just get coins, there's no like leveling up or anything, so they don't matter really that much, but they are a lot of fun. And this kind of puzzle element, and then boss battles are kind of reverse of those regular battles, and yeah, just really fantastic game. Highly recommend. The Origami King is such an underappreciated game, I think. Now, next up we have Super Mario 3D All-Stars. So, it has Super Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy, right? So, really cool, but I am a bit disappointed with this package, just because I know Nintendo could have done a lot more. Like, the most work they did was with Galaxy, where it looks fantastic, but again, they could have done a bit more work, because is a bit awkward to play with just the Pro Controller, because, you have to keep tilting your Pro Controller to, get all the star bits and everything like that. And yeah, just other aspects. They could have done more. It's a solid package, but, you know, part of me is slightly disappointed by the overall package. Then we have Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. So I wasn't originally going to get this because I did play 3D World on Wii U, and really fun game. But yeah, since I played it, it's like the only thing I would want was Bowser's Fury, and wasn't going to pay full price just for that. But at Respawn Replay, you know, I found the game pretty cheap, so yeah, when I got in, yeah, super fun. I'm really enjoying Bowser's Fury. It's really cool, and the music is way more epic than it has any right to be when Bowser shows up, right? It's just crazy, but yeah, really fun game, and yeah, you know, I'm glad I was able to find it for cheap at Respawn Replay in Montreal, because yeah, I definitely wouldn't have bought this game otherwise. Next is Super Mario Kart, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'm going Super Mario in my brain right now, but you know, Mario Kart, really fun game. I wish they would make a new Mario Kart, or heck, give us a new F-Zero, or even a Kirby Air Ride, you know, but it is what it is. But, you know, super fun game, just, yeah, a lot. They keep adding DLC to it, and, you know, not much to say. It's Mario Kart, it's fun, it's chaotic, right? Everyone knows Mario Kart. Many Switch owners have this game. And then the final one for kind of your main Mario games is Super Mario Wonder. So again, I wasn't going to pick this up until later, you know, obviously this was very recent, but I saved so many points on Video Games Plus that it was super cheap, so I'm like, yeah, let's get it now, you know, why not? And yeah, really fun, charming, and looking forward to playing more of this. Early on, you know, it is fairly basic, right? Like, but here, the game really gets crazy, even more crazy later on, so looking forward to that. And yeah, Mario games are just fun. And speaking of Mario, might as well talk about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So yeah, everyone knows this game, everyone has it basically, you know, just all these Nintendo characters along with many third-party characters just beating each other up for bragging rights, I don't know, but yeah, just not much to say about this, you know, most people will know about this game, you know, like, unless you're living under a rock, right? And next we have 2 Fire Emblem games, so let's start with Three Houses first, as yeah, got this not too long ago because I hear many great things about this. Haven't really played it, right? Like the footage you're seeing is right at the beginning, right? Because the other Fire Emblem game we'll talk about is one I want to play first, and I'll tell you why, but yeah, had to get this when people said like this is one of the best tactical RPGs ever. And yeah, the next one we have Fire Emblem Engage, so yeah, this one I want to play first mainly because I hear mixed things from people with this game, where some people really love it, other people were very disappointed, so I figure I'll play this game first and then go to Three Houses, because I will assume that I'm going to love Three Houses way more, because with Engage I hear the issues is with a lot of the characters and their personalities and all that, they're not as interesting as Three Houses is, right? So yeah, looking forward to both games, kind of comparing them and maybe doing a versus video at some point if I ever get through them. Now we just have one Kirby game here, but it's a really great one, you know, which is kind of ironic since the name is called, you know, Forgotten Land, right? Because this game's not forgettable at all. It is a fantastic Kirby game, you know, turning kind of traditional Kirby game into a 3D one in like this realistic looking world, yet having these Kirby elements in there. It's just super weird, but yeah, super fun. And we all know about Kirby. Kirby is one of the most violent games to ever exist, one of the most violent characters in existence. these games are only for 18 plus audiences. Yeah, you know, it's super cute, right? So yeah, very cool game. Then we have Metroid Prime Remastered, so fantastic job by Nintendo with this one right now. I still have to play kind of through it and everything, you know, put it aside for now, but the just atmosphere of these games are always so cool, and yeah, just, you know, I'm not big on Metroidvania type styles because of the amount of backtracking and everything, but man, these Metroid Prime games are just so fun, and I'm excited for, you know, assuming there's going to be a Metroid Prime 2 remastered and maybe a third one too. I gave up hope on ever Game 4, you know, but yeah, just a fantastic game. Next, we have 2 Platinum games here, so we'll start with Astral Chain. Again, I have to set time aside for this. Now, I played a fair bit of this game, but holy smokes, the opening tutorial. This is how you do tutorials in video games. You give people, like, yes, instructions on how to fight just on screen, but you just give them this type of action and everything. And yeah, because the opening of this game is just so crazy. I mean, Platinum Games, they know action games probably better than anyone out there, but yeah, just I need to set time aside for this because man, like, just that opening was fantastic. And then we have Bayonetta Origins, Syriza, and the Lost Demon. So this one I recently picked up at GameStop, found it used, and thought, yeah, why not? I heard good things about it, and yeah, so far, you know, early on, pretty cool, kind of this puzzle action game, right? And yeah, playing as this witch, or, you know, training to be a witch, Syriza, and, you know, Cheshire, her little doll that turns into a demon, and yeah, kind of navigating through this forest and this fairy tale storytelling. Really cool, and looking forward to checking more of this game out. Now let's move on to Pokemon games, starting with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So I wasn't originally going to get these again. This I got like a week ago from Respawn and Replay also, as yeah, Gen 4 wasn't really my favorite gen in the Pokemon series, but really wanted to get this when I saw the price on Respawn and Replay. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll get the dual pack, right? So yeah, remake of Diamond and Pearl on DS, as everyone's this chibi kind of style, and then in battles they're kind of regular size, right? So yeah, eventually I'll play more, but want to get through a few other Pokemon games first. And then we have Pokemon Sword, so I did play and stream this game, you know, beat it on stream, right? So very solid Pokemon game, super easy though. Like, that's the big thing with this one and with Pokemon games in general, is how easy they are, right? It's just kind of, okay, well, this was sort of a breeze, right? But Pokemon games are still fun, so yeah, really solid game. And then next we have Pokemon Violet, so yeah, the latest one, which, you know, obviously we know the whole story of how broken it was at launch and everything like that. Now, parts I played, there were some kind of visual glitches and yeah, some, you know, frame rate issues here and there, but haven't ran into big ones yet. But I am still pretty early on, so yeah, I want to dive more into this one at some point. And then finally, there's Pokemon Arceus Legends. So this one I just, you know, I have been playing quite a bit lately. So really cool game where you're kind of building the first ever Pokedex in the Sinnoh region, and yeah, really cool, really different, you know, has a Monster Hunter feel to it just because you're going from area to area and how you're capturing a bunch of monsters, or Pokemon I should say, right? And yeah, really cool. The game's also a lot more challenging than previous Pokemon games, which is really nice. It's not like super hard or anything, but I had a number of Pokemon faint on me way more than previous Pokemon games, so that's really cool. So, yeah, for Pokemon games, I'm just missing, the Mystery Dungeon DX and Snap, I believe. But, yeah, and of course the other Pokemon versions, too, of, Scarlet or whatever, but... yeah, for the last big Nintendo titles, we end with the Xenoblade trilogy, as let's start with the first game, so... just recently started playing this, and the reason is because for Xenoblade 3, like, I have the future DLC, the expansion, and I was playing it, but because they kept referencing so much of the first game, I'm like, I should play and beat the first game first, so yeah, so far really fun, but man, I suck at these games. Like, even playing on casual, there's a boss that's just beating me over and over, so I need to level up a lot, and just, oh man, I'm terrible at these, but yeah, kind of this auto battle style. And this one, like, the quests you get, are just kind of random basic ones to increase your, experience or get extra money or whatever, but the main story stuff, very interested in, and having a lot of fun with this one so far. Then Xenoblade Chronicles 2, man, I love this game a lot. Like, I love the story of, just Rex and Pyra and everything. Yes, the voice acting, is hit or miss for a lot of characters, but man, it's just a lot of fun, and they did, there's still quests in here that are just kind of along with, a pretty frustrating element where you have these things called blades that help you, in battles, but they also have certain abilities, and there are times where I did get locked out of the main quest stuff because I needed to unlock a certain ability for a blade, which was kind of annoying, I'll say, but still really love this game, and just had a lot of fun. Music's fantastic too. That's the thing with these Xenoblade games, the music is crazy. As, let's move on to Xenoblade Chronicles 3, where I love this game so much. Like, I love the second game a lot, but the third one, man, was just everything I want. And, like, yes, again, graphically, not the, most shiny of games out there, right? And, voice acting, again, some were hit or miss, but man, did I love this game, of this battle between the Ignis and Kevis, and just, the music is so crazy good in this game. It's just, that's why I'm using it once again for this video of the soundtrack, because it's just way too good, right? So, the only thing I didn't like are gathering quests in it, but man, it is just a fantastic game. So, with those Nintendo games out of the way, we move on to, cheap Switch games, as while most Nintendo games don't really go down in price anymore, that is, there are still many great cheap games for people to check out on the system. So let's begin with some farming simulators with Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. So, kind of your basic, just traditional farming simulator, right? As, for a lot of people, I think this game they might find a bit disappointing because there's not going to be like a whole lot of depth to it, graphically. It's nothing to write home about, things like that, but I really enjoyed these types of games, and Pioneers of Olive Town is something you can find pretty cheap, or it goes on sale at least quite often, I find. So really cool. Then we have Rune Factory 4 Special. So this game is fantastic, just this combination of farming simulator and RPG, as this is like a remaster of 3DS game. So graphically, again, not really, it looks like it could be on the PS1, right? But it's just a lot of fun, and very fluid, very fast, and just a lot Great fun, highly recommend Rune Factory 4. And then we have Rune Factory 5, so this one is mixed with a lot of people, right? You know, where people seem to either really like it or people are massively disappointed in it, you know, even if they have the Steam version, because on Switch there are performance issues quite a lot with this one, but people I know have issues with the story, the characters, things like that. I'm early on, I haven't really played much of this, so can't say much, but hopefully I'll dive more in and give more of my thoughts later on. Then there's Harvestella, so this was another game I picked up not too long ago. God, you know, it's a game that's constantly on sale. I always wanted it though, because I like these type of games, and I wanted to see what Square Enix did. I also watched my buddy Luke's Awakening, his stream of this game, which, yeah, I have to make time to play this because his stream, it looked so much fun, so yeah, looking forward to diving more into that. Then finally for Farming Sims, we have Kitaria Fables. So the footage you're going to be seeing is on the PS5 because I do have the PS5 version, and that's why I played. Where the Switch, I got that version because of Video Games Plus, of certain games I bought, it became a free game, so yeah, it's still sealed. Essentially, yeah, it's going to be the same game, just, you know, performance will be slightly different, but this is a pretty cheap, you know, little indie title, and it's a very solid game. There is a lot of grinding in it, you know, I am playing a fair bit of it, right? Haven't beat it yet, but yeah, just to warn, there is some grinding in it, but the, you know, farming elements along with the RPG elements, very solid and fun, and man, the characters are just cute and adorable. So with those farming sims down, next we have Shadowverse Champions Battle. So yeah, I'm still trying to beat this game. I really enjoyed this game though. It has really cool, fun characters and fun story. The issue though with these games is, one, there's no difficulty option, so yeah, some battles tend to get really, really difficult. I wish there were difficulty options just to, you know, where opponents would purposely make bad mistakes or whatever, right? Like, just because I want to get through the story. And two, like a big part of why it's kind of hard as you go through is the game, unfortunately, the card game has a lot of balance issues. It's something where you're going to want, you know, you got all these different decks and deck types of like these forest fairy characters and like Havencraft and Dragoncraft. They all have different abilities and stuff. You know, there are pros and cons with each, right? And you will have to try and master all of them because you're going to have to switch your deck in and out quite often depending on who you're battling against. So yeah, but still, this is a very cheap game you can buy, and yeah, it's still something I have a lot of fun with, you know, as I'm in the Gold Cup currently, you know, and hopefully I can finish this game at some point. Next, we have Monster Hunter Stories 2, so yeah, another JRPG that I could put in JRPGs, but I wanted to put it here because, yeah, it's a game that's very, very cheap, very often on the Switch, as, yeah, kind of Monster Hunter, but with the Pokemon twist, right, of this turn-based battle, and, yeah, you got kind of, you know, rock, paper, scissors elements of your power attack, speed attack, technical attack, as, yeah, not too far into this game yet, but the bits I played, a lot of fun, and, yeah, I think a lot of people would enjoy this game. And then finally we have the Digimon Cyber Sleuth Dual Pack. So yeah, we got Cyber Sleuth and then Hacker's Memory. So yeah, really cool, and it is super cheap on the Switch. It's like $20 US, 30 Canadian, right? As the only issue is I know both of these games are so long. Like I recently picked this up, right? But I think both games are like 100+ hours long, so yeah, I'll have to set time at some point aside for it. But yeah, fun turn-based combat that I think was developed by Media Vision, who made the Wild Arms game, so yeah, pretty cool. So those are some cheap games to buy for the Switch. Next, we'll talk about the niche and hidden gem games. Some of these are also cheap, but because I find that some of these can be quite obscure, I want to highlight them here. And what better place to start than with Nippon Ichi Games? And let's start with Pretty Presents Volume 2. So yeah, you get like Makai Kingdom and NHP Unlosing Ranger versus Dark Death Evil Man. Like, very, very silly, which NHP is so funny. Oh man, I bursted out laughing so much through this game. I loved it, and yeah, still playing through it. I shouldn't say loved it like past tense, like I'm currently loving it, yeah. But yeah, I haven't played too much of Makai Kingdom, but yeah, really happy to get these. And then Volume 3, you have La Persil, Ragnarok, and Rhapsody Musical Adventure. So Rhapsody, really cool, just musical RPG. I want to get the new game that recently came out a few months ago. Really want to get that. Hopefully Black Friday sales I can get it or something. And then, yeah, La Persil was a PS2. I titled this as like a updated version that was only in Japan, I believe. So yeah, really cool, you know, games like La Persil is a tactical RPG, and yeah, Rhapsody is, yeah, turn-based. And then next we have the Cruel King here. So this is, you know, I love the art style of these games because, man, it's just so pleasing to look at, and yeah, just solid kind of turn-based RPG so far. You know, again, I'm early on, right, but looking forward to playing more of this. And then there's The Liar Princess and Blind Prince. So this one I played a bit more because this one I was really looking forward to playing as. This one's more like a puzzle game, I would say, where you're guiding this blind prince, which the princess caused the blindness. That's why it's called The Liar Princess, because she does not want to let him know, as she's like part demon and just super weird. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more of this because, yeah, playing it, it's pretty fun so far. And yeah, kind of guiding this prince, it's, yeah, very cool. Now we have a couple Spike Chunsoft games. So we have Danganronpa Decadence here. So yeah, really cool package where you get Danganronpa 1, 2, and 3 along with like Summer Camp or something like that. It's based off board game of the third mini game, right? But yeah, really cool package. And since I didn't have physical games of any Danganronpa game, I really want to get this right. And then, yeah, Master Detective Archives Raincoats, talked about this game many times, so won't talk too much. But yeah, you're playing as Yuma Coco Head, who of course has amnesia after making a deal with the Death God. And so yeah, you're a master detective solving a bunch of different cases and things like that, trying to figure out clues behind this place you're visiting called Kanai Ward, along with the Amaterasu Corporation. Love this game. It takes around 40 hours to beat, but yeah, if you're like me and enjoys things like Danganronpa and visual novels and everything like that, like, it's a really cool game to check out. Next, we have Super Bullet Break. So this was from Video Games Plus as kind of blind buy when they were doing sales and everything. And I thought this was, just by the title, I thought it was going to be like a bullet hell shooter or something, but no, it's like a roguelike RPG, and so far it's actually sort of cool. Like, just all these different, you know, girl characters you get to unlock. It's just, early on, it's kind of interesting, so I'm looking forward to diving more into this game. And then we have Akiba's Trip, Undressed and Undead. So yeah, the director's cut, I originally played this on PS4, but didn't get too far into it, didn't get hooked into it or anything, but have a lot of people tell me like I should give it a second shot and saw it cheap on the Switch, so it's like, yeah, sure, why not, I'll try again. As, yeah, super weird game where, yeah, people are kind of like these vampires or whatever, but in order to make them go away, you have to strip off their clothes in battle. It's just very bizarre, very weird, you know, gotta have that fan service, right? So, yeah, but looking forward to giving this game a second shot. Next we have Undernauts here. So this game I saw it on Hallowed Be Thy Games channel, where it just looked like a really cool first-person dungeon crawler RPG, right? And early on, like, I was pretty pleasantly surprised, like, you know, the dialogue is visual novel style, but you're creating all these characters and a lot of different characters you get to create. So yeah, when I dive more into this, I'm going to be having a lot of fun just creating different characters and backstories and everything like that. Like, looking forward to checking more of that game out. Then we have Alice Gear Aegis, so another sort of blind buy from Video Games Plus during their sales, and yeah, early on, like, solid mech type combat, you know. Again, I'm super early, so can't say too much, but a little bit I played, you know, had a bit of fun with it, so yeah, looking forward to playing more. Next is Valtherian Arc 2, or Arc High School Story 2, whatever, but yeah, looking forward to playing more of this game because this game has such a cool concept of running basically an RPG school where you're putting all your students in certain classes so that they unlock certain skills and doing these battles and setting them up to become RPG heroes, essentially, right? It's just such a cool concept, so I'm hoping, you know, I'm not expecting big depth with this game, but I'm hoping it's a very solid title because what a fantastic idea for a video game. Next, we have Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle. So again, I'll be showing the PS4 version because that's the version I played originally, but I wanted a physical of this because, yeah, I really enjoyed this. So yeah, still have it sealed on my Switch, but yeah, really fun game. It is very one-note, you know, very repetitive, but man, this is a really cool game, you know, where it goes through seasons 1 through 3 of the anime and everything, so really cool as you're making your own character, and yeah, your character kind of goes into the same story as everyone else from Attack on Titan and follows the anime, right? So really cool game, highly recommend checking it out. And then we have Kowloon High School Chronicles. So this, I believe, was originally a Japan-only game on the PS2 and then got kind of remastered on the Switch. As, yeah, for physical copies, I think only Japan and PAL territories have a physical of this, but it's a really cool game where I like to describe it as basically if Indiana Jones was a turn-based, you know, not turn-based, but an first-person crawling RPG, right? Because it has that, it's a visual novel, you're solving a bunch of puzzles in these sort of dungeons and getting treasure. It's just really neat, really cool. I, you know, still need to dive a bit more into it, but the bits I played is a really neat idea, very niche though, for sure. And next is Dokapon Kingdom Connect. So I really want to get this game because my friend does have like the original PS2 version of this, right? And I loved like this game. It's basically an RPG Monopoly, you know, and yeah, you're going to lose a lot of friends through playing this in multiplayer raids because yeah, it has those same concepts, but yeah, just this RPG board game. It's really cool where, yeah, you're fighting monsters along with each other and trying to buy certain properties and yeah, gain money that way, right? Like trying to get as rich as you can. So yeah, really cool, and glad that's able to get physical now that they put it on Switch. And then the last game is my only Japan, game I have on the Switch, and that's Yokai Watch 1. So this is like a remaster of the 3DS game, as I love Yokai Watch, and yeah, recently just picked this up on the Switch. So yeah, really want to get it. I wish Level 5 would put like the latest yokai games on, localize them, but yeah, probably not going happen. Still, yeah, just really cool. And because I played the original 3DS one, like, this game is pretty easy for me to navigate through. So those were kind of niche titles, so yeah, let's go through the rest of the games that I didn't really categorize, as yeah, some are cheap or they can be considered somewhat niche, but felt, might as well just put them here. As let's start with Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. So yeah, I got this like quite a long time ago, where it was through one of the mystery game boxes subscription services, right, that I got. But yeah, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, one of my favorite Need for Speed games, as yeah, a lot of fun. So and it runs pretty well on the Switch. I'm pleasantly surprised. So yeah, really cool game. Next is Starlink Battle for Atlas. So yeah, this one on the Switch is pretty cool because yeah, you get to play as Fox McCloud, and yeah, just really cool, game where Ubisoft tried to cash in on the Toys to Life genre, but came in way too late. So yeah, but it is a solid kind of space adventure game that, yeah, pretty cheap to buy too. And then we have Atari 50. So I never grew up with anything Atari or anything, but I have a great appreciation for the history of Atari, so I really want to get this, and yeah, really glad I did, because yeah, just really cool to go through all the little interviews through the history of Atari and check out all the games when they were released, all these little snippets. Digital Eclipse does a fantastic job with these types of compilations, right? So yeah, really cool. Highly recommend Atari 50. Then we have Tunic. So yeah, I played this game a bit on Game Pass before, and I wanted a physical, and the Switch, this game just feels like it belongs on the Switch, doesn't it? So yeah, I wanted to get that version, as yeah, people like to describe this as Dark Souls Zelda, which I get, there is a bit challenging and everything, but I just like to describe it as a fantastic, adventure game, right? And just gorgeous, gorgeous visuals. Then we have Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. So again, I could put this in the niche titles, but felt, yeah, we'll just keep it here. So Fatal Frame, I think a lot of people know about, but yeah, these latest games people may not know about. So yeah, just really cool, where basically you're defeating these spirits and all that through taking pictures, right? So yeah, not too far into this game, but yeah, I just really want to get physicals of yeah, some of these newer Fatal Frame games. And then we have the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So yeah, this is kind of spin-off, and yeah, like originally released in Japan or something like that, and basically you're playing as an ancestor to Phoenix Wright. So very early on, can't say too much, but yeah, so far, if you like Phoenix Wright, I'm sure you like this game, because early on it just made me laugh and smile already. So yeah, looking forward to playing more of that. Then we have Game Builder Garage. So again, I could put this in the Nintendo titles, but just want to put it here. So super cheap game where you get to make your own games and download other people's, though Nintendo doesn't make it easy to download others. You have to Google IDs and everything like that, but yeah, just cool little game builder. Now the issue with these games always is you're limited on the software itself on how far you can build these, so yeah, haven't played too much and more played other people's stuff, so yeah, but I imagine, you know, it's a game that's not going to have their servers up for much longer, I would assume, because I don't hear anyone talk about this game at all. And then the final game we have is Bug Fable. So I originally played this on Steam and yeah, just loved it. So eventually wanted to get a physical and found it on Video Games Plus. So yeah, wanted to get it, as this pays homage to the old Paper Mario games, the first two, right? Like heavily influenced by those. Just really fun, charming game, right? And yeah, if you enjoyed those old Paper Mario games, then I think you would enjoy this one. And so that's it for all my Switch games. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, let's do the outro now. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this look at my Switch collection 2023 updated. So yeah, still few, you know, missing, and then yeah, later on eventually I'll get stuff like yeah, Super Mario RPG when it comes out, you know, sometime, probably not right away, but yeah, I do want that. And then next year, yeah, the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake and yeah, stuff like that. But I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Which Switch games am I missing? Which one should I pick up and play? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what your favorite games on the console are to yourself. And yeah, I'll see you next time for more collection videos that I do, along with other videos on my channel. Thanks everyone, have a great rest of your day. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, or if you just want to see any of my skits and then nothing else and leave the video, that's fine too. Thanks everyone, take care.